We're gonna start off this podcast with a shoot from me, JJ. I made something up in my mind. I'm gonna do a giveaway.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a giveaway, and here's the game, right? The first comment who could guess correctly what I'm wearing on my hat right now. Okay, that's gonna be objective, right? Is that cool?
Yeah, sure.
That's the objective. You need to guess what I'm wearing on my head as we are recording this, and the first comment gets a free, unlimited subscription to our channel.
Okay.
Unless they're already subscribed, in which case they get to suggest a topic for a future podcast. Is that cool?
That sounds cool.
Okay, good. Let's get into it. What do we got? JJ, how are you doing, first of all?
I'm doing good.
What?
I'm doing fine.
Alright, what do we got?
So, first topic. TLC predictions.
TLC predictions.
TLC is coming up this Sunday.
It's coming up. That's tomorrow. Alright, let's go to it.
That is
That is tomorrow. First, are we getting right into it, or are we going to be like, talk about the pay-per-view first?
I mean...
The card is shit.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Like, there's basically no title matches on there. There's a women's title. I believe that actually is the only...
It's a Cruiserweight title.
Cruiserweights as well.
Yeah. No Borg Laser anywhere to be seen.
I mean, that wasn't the hugest surprise, but they put the tag team champions and the IC champ in the matchup.
Yeah, all together. Lumped them all together.
Instead of making two matches with titles out of that.
It's horrible. But hey, this is going to be, especially compared to Hell in a Cell, this is going to be shit. Like, probably. Because, like, none of the matches I'm really looking forward to except for... I mean, Balor and Wyatt could do something good. They could. And the main event could be great.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we'll see what we get. Okay, so, pre-show match?
Yeah, pre-show match.
Oh, yeah. Alicia Fox versus Sasha Banks. JJ, who do you got and why?
Yeah, I've heard that somewhere before. So I got Sasha Banks because, I mean, really, why not, right?
Did you see that new channel? The 5 guys who left What Culture?
No.
They got a new channel.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, they got one video, it's called Join Us, and they do like a weird occult ritual where they burn all their What Culture merchandise and put on new t-shirts. It's like 3 minutes long, but they still got over 100k subs.
Okay.
Because Wrestle Talk, they shouted them out and all that stuff. Maybe they start doing wrestling content, in which case I will watch that again. I'm still subscribed to Simon Culture though.
Okay.
But okay, listen, I got Sasha Banks too, because obviously, right?
Yeah.
This could just go the other way. You know, you never know, but it just makes sense for Sasha Banks to win. It doesn't make sense for this match to exist. Fair, yeah? We need to fill up the pre-show, and we got a lot of women's matches this time too.
Yes.
They really holding back on like the entire card, like the entire roster.
We get 3 women's matches and 2 cruiserweight matches.
And Sister Abigail.
And that.
Like 3 women's, 2 cruiserweight matches, and one is gonna be a dumpster fire with Balor and Wyatt. And then look at the main event, obviously. But let's go to it in chronological order. Next match.
I don't even know what the order is. They always change it up last second.
That's true, right? They might also slot another match in there.
Yeah.
If they do slot a eighth match in there, which they've done somewhat frequently in the last months, we will also predict that and include it in our private predictions. But we obviously can't do it right now because they do that on game time. Like they do it. Vince probably does it during the events. Like, all right, you 2 guys get out there. Like, do something. I got Sasha Banks. He got Sasha Banks. Probably gonna win. If not, who cares? Not gonna decide our prediction game. Next, we got another women's match. This is probably a bit more interesting. We got Asuka coming up from NXT. And she's gonna kick the shit out of Emma.
Yeah, I mean, come on. It's her debut match on the main roster. And it's, like, how can she not win?
Obviously, right? She's not gonna lose to goddamn Emma. I mean, I like how all the women on the Raw roster were competing for a spot in this match. It's like, who of us gets to job to Asuka in our first match? Because obviously we're not winning when Asuka makes her debut. So why was everyone so hyped about, oh, I want to face her? Makes no sense, right? I got Asuka too, obviously.
I mean, you can't really go into the whole meta thing of she's of course not going to lose and then argue that they, in storyline, should use that as a reason why
but in storyline, Asuka's a beast.
Yeah, sure, but in storyline, a lot of those women also want to prove themselves.
But that's like a bunch of fifth graders like, oh, I want to face Brock Lesnar. You know, Bo Dallas, Curtis Axel.
They did that for Braun.
I know they did it for Braun, but dude, it still doesn't make any sense, right?
You know, remember James Ellsworth?
Yes, I remember James Ellsworth. The driver match. Okay, fair enough. Also, main show. This is a tag team match
featuring 4 cruiserweights.
4 cruiserweights: Cedric Alexander and Rich Swann versus Brian Kendrick and Jack Gallagher. Also,
it's the Brian Kendrick.
The Brian Kendrick. Is Brian Kendrick a Brit?
I think is he Canadian? I don't know.
He might be Canadian. I don't know.
He's either Canadian or American, I'm fairly certain.
Probably. I was about to call this match something very racist in 2 different ways, but
oh shit.
I'm not gonna do it. Who do you got winning and why do you got him?
I've got Jack Gallagher and the Brian Kendrick.
Because Vince is white?
No.
I'm sorry.
If anything, that would be because Vince is a racist, but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know if he is, and I don't think that really matters.
Probably not.
But still, I've got them winning. In part because they lost the last matchup.
Yeah, that's how I feel like this is going. The typical 50-50. We're gonna set them up to win at the pay-per-view. Maybe one of those guys will at one point like get into the title picture or whatever. If Kendrick and Gallagher win, one of them could turn on the other.
Yeah.
Or like reverse turn. I don't know if that makes sense. To face whomever is the next Cruiserweight champion, which I have a feeling is the only match that we might disagree on at all on this card, but we'll see.
Maybe.
Potentially. Listen. 4th match.
Okay.
We got the Demon Balor, which is one of the demons that we're gonna see.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. Versus Sister Abigail.
Which is just Bray Wyatt.
Maybe.
I mean, if the promo was anything to go off, it's just Bray Wyatt.
It's probably Bray Wyatt. That's the worst possible way they could have done this, man.
Yeah.
They had so much, like, the Sister Abigail, that could have been such a great storyline, right? They could have had, they could have elevated the female wrestler to the top of the roster immediately.
Yeah.
And they could have given Bray Wyatt a lot of main event time. Like, by making it legit. You know, with the Wyatt family and all that. But instead, Bray is cosplaying as his dead sister, and Harper and Rowan are the Bludgeon Brothers.
Yeah, the Bludgeon Brothers.
Carrying around giant hammers.
To be.
Like, god damn it, man. Who would have thought a year and a half ago that of those 4, the one who would enjoy the most success
Braun Strowman
would be Braun Strowman. The one dude who always looked like he shit his pants. I would have, dude. Okay, who do you got winning and why, and how disappointed are you about the turns and things I've taken?
So, I've got Bray winning.
What? You got Bray?
Yes.
You got Sister Abigail winning?
Because
Dude.
They just introduced the Sister Abigail character.
Yeah.
And Finn won the last match they had on the pay-per-view.
I see what you're saying, right? So they're actually trying to make Sister Abigail a thing?
Yes.
I got Balor.
Okay.
Because he's the demon. The demon doesn't lose, remember?
Yeah.
Like last time they had Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
Alright. I get that this is supposed to be the gimmick, like the 2 alter egos and all that.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure that they are as convinced of Sister Abigail as they are of the demon Balor. Right? Because that was Bray always saying, I want to bring the demon out of you. Right? Yeah. He wants to bring the demon out of Finn Balor because that's when Balor gets a lot stronger. Like that's when he's like for real. And that's why I'm gonna say they're gonna protect the demon Balor. I'm not sure.
Didn't he already lose against Bray as the demon?
Did he?
Wasn't it that he lost against Bray and then he as the man Balor he won again?
Are you sure about that? I'm not too
sure.
I've
got pretty shitty memory, but that's
not too sure. That's usually not how it works. The demon usually wins.
Anyways, so
5th match. We differ. That's I mean it's good, right?
Yes.
Maybe that's gonna be a match later in the card that might just be the semi-main event.
Yeah.
So next match, what do we got?
We got Alexa Bliss, the Raw Women's Champion, against Mickie James, who previously pinned her on Raw.
It's true. Mickie James is old. That seems to be the theme of this match.
Yes.
Fun fact, Alexa Bliss is also pretty old.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but she just might be the second oldest person, like, woman on Raw. I know she's definitely in her 30s. I've seen it at one point.
I don't know.
Like, there was a video, it was like 10 wrestlers that are older than you'd expect, and Alexa was on that. Pretty sure.
So,
who do you got winning and why?
Alexa Bliss. Mm-hmm. Because, as I just said, Mickie James just pinned her on Raw.
One of those reasonings again.
And, of course, I don't really see them putting another title on Mickie James. They might do that at some point, but...
They might do it for the, oh, look what records I got. Like, look at how many titles I got.
Yeah, but she's already doing that thing.
Yeah.
Or she did that thing. Because she already has a lot of titles. Mm-hmm. And if they want to elevate, say, Charlotte to be like, oh yeah, I've got way more titles than you do.
Obviously.
Then they can keep giving Mickie titles.
I mean, Charlotte is definitely the one who's going to do that, right?
Yeah.
There's no doubt that Charlotte is going to retire as the greatest female superstar. If Charlotte retired now, on the spot, she would retire as the greatest female superstar of all time.
Yeah, sure.
No doubt. Just because of the era that some of these other ones were in.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I cannot take Lita and Trish Stratus for real.
I mean, it's not really that special if you're the best of your generation, if your generation overall was shit.
Exactly. Right? I mean, no. Charlotte is the best female athlete they've had, and if she retired today, she would be the best. Back to this match, though. I got Alexa, too. Even though I could see Mickie winning the title. Maybe not today. Maybe they're going to continue the feud. You know, you don't really know. I got Alexa because I believe they're going to try and eventually have... That's what I was thinking, right? Eventually Nia Jax would get the title. But what's up with her, man?
I don't know.
Did you hear the storyline? Apparently did the Neville walk out on Raw?
Yeah, but we don't actually know if she's actually leaving or if she just... So it was confirmed that she took some time off.
Yeah, exactly.
But we don't know if she's actually leaving or if she just needed personal time for whatever reasons.
That's what I was thinking for a while now. That Nia is eventually going to turn face on Alexa. Probably her. Not going to turn on Alexa, like turn heel on her. When they were doing the whole We're Best Friends thing.
Yeah.
And then she was going to get the title off of her. Because that's such a mismatch, right? That would have been a fun match to watch.
I mean, that might still happen sometime down the line.
Yeah, but I can see them playing up this storyline if they need if they need to stall out time for Nia to come back for whatever reason. This is a way to do it because
of course.
Mickie James was introduced by Alexa back when she came back, right?
Yeah.
So I can see that.
They were they weren't the only. She was the only one on her side or something, and then they split, and since then Mickey's face.
Was it that... Did Mickie at one point turn Alexa, kicked her in the face? Was it that?
I know that the whole storyline was that Mickie thought she was going to get the title shot, and then she never got it.
She didn't, and then she eventually realized, like...
But I don't know who got physical first.
Alexa, you're full of shit. I think she Mick kicked her in the face.
Oh, yeah.
Which is about... chest height for other people. So they probably picked Alexa Bliss specifically for that because Mickie James can't kick that high no more.
Because she's old.
Because she's old, and if they had like Charlotte, she would hit her in the tits or something like that. And Alexa Bliss is the only person where she can actually kick to the face. Maybe is that possible?
I mean, you could have done a leg sweep. Have them fall down to their knees, kick them in the face.
But Mick kick, man. Gotta do the Mick kick.
You know.
I got Alexa Bliss winning. Anyway. Oh, wow. Callisto. It doesn't get better, man. Usually those matches get better. Callisto versus Enzo for the Cruiserweight Championship. JJ.
I've got Callisto winning. Because he's a wrestler. I mean, of course, Enzo technically is also a wrestler.
He's also a wrestler.
But Enzo's more of an entertainer. Callisto is an actual wrestler, and it's a Cruiserweight division.
True.
They can't keep the title on Enzo for any extended period of time.
Can they not?
Because whenever he's facing someone else...
Make him a manipulative heel champ? Make him the Miz?
Yeah, but I don't...
Great on the mic, decent in the ring. manipulates people,
I don't see that, and you know, it just makes sense for
talks a
Callisto
bunch of
to
trash.
return.
I mean, there's parallels there.
Yeah, there is definitely parallels there.
I got Enzo winning, so we differ on 2 matches actually. That would be different on the main event, but hey, that's good. I mean, that's at least some excitement. We've had pay-per-views where we would literally differ on 1 match.
And that was the pre-show.
That was the pre-show. I think that was Hell in a Cell, wasn't it?
Hell? I might have.
I believe that was exactly what happened. That wasn't that Apollo versus Elias. He's scrolling up right now to take a look at that. That's what that. No, it wasn't that TLC. Maybe it was the one before. Hell in a Cell. Sorry, No Mercy. No Mercy was No Mercy. That's what it was. We got the whole card pulled up. We keeping track of all the stuff we do. Like I put this in like for real for years, man. Okay, last year and this year.
Yeah.
I mean,
which is years.
Which is years. It's
2 of them.
It's also days.
Yes.
It's also days. What were we? Cruiserweight match, right?
Yeah, we already pretty much went over that.
Enzo, you got Callisto. I don't know if we got an interference by someone that Enzo maybe manipulated into doing so.
I mean, if he's winning, that would make sense.
I mean, the seeds were definitely planted in the lumberjack match.
Yeah.
But hey, we'll see. Last one, main event. Hopefully, maybe not last one. Maybe they're gonna put something else in there. But right now, it sits as the last one in the main event. We got the Shield.
Yeah, the Shield.
Which apparently was an excuse for the WWE writers team to make the entire pay-per-view shit. Because, we gave you the Shield. Like, don't complain about the 6 other matches being total dog crap. You got the Shield. And obviously, you're going to take in all kinds of dudes. So we got Sheamus and Cesaro, The Miz, Braun Strowman, and Kane.
Yeah.
Kane. Who apparently has been hiding out under the ring for a year.
That's what he does, though. That's where he lives.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, exactly. The last time he appeared. Do you remember when that was? Before that?
Was that when he was facing Bray? No, it was after that, wasn't it?
Just think.
Last time he appeared.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The last time, I'm pretty sure that Kane appeared as in ring type of stuff. I'm not sure if he had ever a backstage mention or whatever. That was actually with the Randy Orton Bray Wyatt stuff. That was the exact moment when Randy Orton joined Bray Wyatt, because he RKO'd Kane and rolled out of the ring, and that was the exact moment. He faced Bray instead of Randy Orton.
Yes.
Before Orton then joined Wyatt.
Yeah, I know.
On the next show.
I just didn't remember if he did anything after that.
That was the last moment that Kane, I believe, appeared. He got an RKO, been out for a while, did a TED talk, or run for a political office. I would totally like this dude president, by the way. Imagine him chokeslamming Trump off of a stage or something like that.
Don't think that's how that works.
Hey, listen, they both have a background in professional wrestling.
I mean, I could see Trump agreeing to that.
Just imagine not Isaac Yankem, Glenn Jacobs running for president in 2020.
Isaac Yankem.
I yank him against the Donald, and then they stage it as a wrestling match.
Nice.
Like Vince McMahon sponsors both campaigns because he's got money, and that's America now. That would be fantastic, wouldn't it?
Yes.
I mean, I would enjoy that. That's great. That's great humor. Who do you actually have winning this match, though?
Against all odds, I've got the Shield.
He's got the Shield. I mean, the odds, which is apparently at least what they're going to sell us, are stacked against him. Because there's 5 people in the match, and
2 of them are huge.
2 of them are huge, and Sheamus and Cesaro are also huge, but they don't look huge next to Kane and Braun.
Yeah.
They're also like 6'6", whatever. 6'5", Sheamus and Cesaro are. Miz is gonna look like a dwarf in the entire match. Like he's gonna look like James Ellsworth. It's true. I believe me. Like once this happens, you got Kane, Strowman, Sheamus, and Cesaro, and the Miz. In one corner, Miz is gonna be looking like a 5-year-old. Seriously, I know that.
He's probably also gonna be acting like one.
That's what he always does. But I also have the Shield winning. Who do you think takes the pinfall?
Oh, I mean, I don't think it's gonna be either Braun or Kane.
Yeah, they're 2 big dudes, right?
I mean, I could totally see Sheamus taking it.
Sheamus?
Yeah.
Okay, so either Sheamus or not Miz?
Maybe also Miz, but it... Well, maybe Roman pins Miz to set up something there for the title.
Exactly what I was gonna say, right? Roman Reigns is totally gonna pin Miz. They're gonna do the Shield triple powerbomb thingy.
Yeah.
After having eliminated all the other guys on the Miz, Roman's gonna pin him, and even before it gets to WrestleMania, he will have had a run with the IC Championship. Because, like, I believe that before WrestleMania, the Shield is gonna split up again.
Yeah,
and this
I don't
time,
think that the Shield's gonna stay together.
This time it's gonna be at the hands of Ambrose.
Do you think they're gonna do the same thing again where someone turns against
Totally.
them?
Remember when they were getting back together, Ambrose and Rollins were?
Yeah.
Where Ambrose was like, oh, I don't trust, I'm not trusting you.
Yeah.
He still isn't, right? And he's gonna set all this up just to get back at Rollins. Like, and then we're gonna have Rollins and Ambrose at Mania with a long-term storyline.
How much heat would it get though if Roman turned on the other two? He was
Roman
like,
is
I
not,
don't need you.
You know Roman isn't turning, you know that, right? I know that would be fantastic, but he's not.
That would totally work. Also with his character, he always had an ego. Like,
of course.
I don't need you, I'm doing fine on my own.
He's a great heel. He is The Rock. No, he's not The Rock, but he's like The Rock.
Yeah.
Right? He needs to turn heel to be the superstar.
And that would be the perfect opportunity.
Exactly.
You almost can't get
that is
more
one
heat
thing.
than
Okay,
that.
listen. Listen. If you're listening to this podcast, Vince McMahon, and I know you are, Roman Reigns is not John Cena. Roman Reigns is not Steve Austin. Roman Reigns is The Rock. Roman Reigns is, if need be, Eddie Guerrero. Okay, don't sue me for naming those names in the same sentence with Roman Reigns, right? But from a character type perspective, it's true.
It's damn true.
It's damn true, okay? Yeah, that's how I believe it's going to work out. With Ambrose turning on the Shield, breaking the stuff up, Rollins gets a huge babyface push.
Yeah.
They get a match at Mania, while Roman goes on a tear by himself, defeating The Miz, winning the Royal Rumble, obviously.
Yeah. And
beating Lesnar for the Universal title, and Cena can finally fuck off to Hollywood. I mean, that's one less thing that we need to worry about if Cena leaves.
Yeah.
But then we the same thing is gonna start up with Roman.
Now here's the thing.
Is the thing here, right?
Bold predictions.
Yeah. What do you have?
Okay. This one might just be a bit far-fetched, but that's kind of the point.
Alright, that is the point.
And I've got Kane turning on Team Miz.
Got Kane turning on Team Miz?
Yes.
Is there a reason for that?
First of all, there's not too much established backstory between why Kane would be working with them.
No, he just came up creeping from the ring after hibernating for a year.
And second of all, that is another way for him to endorse the Shield, kind of. I mean, it kind of pushes the Shield. Of course, it also turns the odds not that much against them.
Makes it a 4-4.
And that would be an easy explanation for why they're winning. Well, I mean, I could just see Kane, like, chokeslamming Miz and just walking out or something.
That's what he would do. That's also what Strowman would do.
Yeah.
Okay, Kane turning on Team Miz. I mean, that's interesting, right? But I guess Miz picked him as his team.
Yes,
like
he
as
did.
his partner in advance, right? So here's my thing, and it also involves Kane. I don't know if it's bold enough, but it's what I came up with. We will have a backstage scene between the Demon Kane and the Demon Balor.
Oh,
something maybe like planting the seed for a Mania match where it's like Best Demon where Kane can pass a torch. Something when they just encounter each other and stare each other down for a while, right?
Yeah.
Just something. Maybe like in an interview segment. That's what I'm predicting. Is that fair for bold prediction?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Two things, right? You need to let us know what you think of our predictions and give us yours because ours are usually pretty bad. JJ's are worse than mine.
Yeah, lately.
By
that's been true.
I've won, I think 8 pay-per-views this year or 7.
Yeah, it's been a lot.
He's won 1 and we tied twice. Man, JJ, you need to be getting on a roll if you want to win this season. Like, yeah.
I'm getting worse at wrestling predictions, but guess what predictions I'm really good at as opposed to you?
What could it be?
It's the football predictions.
It's the NFL predictions. Also, that's a hint to the giveaway, right? If you want to know what I'm wearing on my hat, which is the giveaway question, go back and watch the NFL predictions, man.
Dude, you're making it too easy.
Hints were dropped. I'm not gonna say which one, but hints were dropped.
Okay,
That's
anything else about TLC?
There's only one TLC match on the card.
Yes, there is. Also, like, no other stipulations as far as I know, right?
The rest is no. Like all the stipulations that are on our prediction card, I just made up to be funny.
Yeah. No, but I mean, like, Jesus Christ. Normally in TLC they have like one TLC match and like one tables match, one chairs match, and one ladders match, something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Like last year, remember?
I believe they had one chairs match, Callisto versus Dolph.
Callisto was Corbin.
Oh, was it Callisto?
Yes.
Anyway.
I believe it was.
Then that was later. I don't know, but they had a TLC match.
Yeah.
And I believe they had a tables women's match? Was that TLC?
Yes, it was.
And I believe they also had a ladder match.
Tag match probably.
Either that or IC. IC title was constantly a ladder match for a while.
That was a ladder match for a while, right?
And then they always had the number one contenders matches be like over the top rope, battle royales, and all that.
They did it for the US title a lot too, but that's like tradition. Only one TLC match. Okay, let us know how awful the card is because we haven't stretched that enough yet. But also, do you agree with our predictions? And if not, then why not? You know who I'm talking about. Alright, halftime show?
Yeah, sure.
Halftime show. What do we got? Tell me.
So, kind of leading into our second topic,
mm-hmm.
We're going to be talking about more music because that's apparently the only thing we talk about these days.
That is what we do. Music is great. Music doesn't get old.
And so, in the second topic, we're going to talk about how Alex is preparing for ranking songs against each other from the top 10 list. And we're both debating his method and maybe some of the songs.
As you know, we will at one point, we're not sure if we're going to do it in the 50th or the 100th podcast yet, do the toughest thing we've ever done. Rank our top 10 songs of all time. Yeah. You're going to do your top 10, I'm going to do my top 10. And I've started my preparation now. You best believe I sat down yesterday and I started my prep. Because if it's 50, that's a half a year. Like roughly, right?
Yes.
Pretty much exactly. And if it's 100, okay, fair enough. It's 1.5 years.
Yeah.
You gotta start your prep. Start your prep now. Listen, I in my life, right? When we graduated high school, what do you think? How early did I start studying for finals?
A day early, maybe 2.
I wrote 4 exams.
Yeah.
I had history, I had English, I had math, and I had social science.
Oh gosh, I hated that one.
Exactly, you do. So, how early did I start studying for those?
Like, less than a week for each of them, I would assume.
English, not at all. Math, not at all. History, 1 day. Social science, not at all.
Yeah.
That's how. That's my studying behavior, right? That's what I do in college too. But prepping the top 10 song list, I'm starting now. I'm grinding out there, like right now. Not right now, but usually I am.
So the point is, the halftime show is about me trying to guess some things about his preparations.
Here is the thing, right? How I prepare my songs. What I did is, I went into my playlist, took a look. Took a good hard look. It's about 630 songs in there right now.
Don't get too in-depth on the method because we need to talk about that later.
Exactly. So, I have figured out a bunch of categories and a bunch of songs, right? I put about 55 songs down that I consider.
Yes.
Right? The best 55 that I got on the first glance. This is by no means a finished list that I will consider for the top 10. Now I put up this grid with, let me count this real quick. There's 8 criteria in there, and I'm gonna name 2 songs that I already done this for because I evaluated 9 songs already in the first take, very first draft. And JJ is gonna have to guess. I'm gonna tell you the song is the criteria.
Yes.
And you're gonna have to guess how this works. Okay, so the scale is always 1 to 100.
Yes.
The AC/DC thing I'm gonna explain later in the thing. I believe.
Sure.
That's a whole nother piece. just for an example, right? 0 is bad, 100 is the best. Okay, so let me just go with this.
Let's see how people do it.
We got the House of the Rising Sun.
Yes.
By the Animals. Also, I'm gonna need you to tell me if you believe that song is a valid candidate, or I should scratch that or whatever. Versus We Weren't Born to Follow by Bon Jovi.
Okay.
And the category I'm gonna choose, I'm gonna say 2 categories, right?
Sure.
The first category is gonna be message and lyrics.
Okay.
You could guess numbers. You could guess which one's higher.
So, I would assume that We Weren't Born to Follow is a lot higher, or at least a good amount higher, because you constantly bring that up when you're saying like, oh yeah, we weren't born to follow. Like, the whole message of like rebellion and not following really strikes your chord, so that would definitely be relatively high. I would assume it's probably...
Want to guess a number?
I would assume somewhere in the 80s.
It's a 72.
Well, that's close enough.
Have you ever sat down and really analyzed the lyrics of House of the Rising Sun?
No.
You need to... That's the stuff you need to do, right?
I mean, I know the general story, but I've never gone like really in depth.
Guess a number? Supposed to 72?
I mean, by the fact that you were bringing up the lyrics so much, I would assume it's higher than I initially guessed, but I'm gonna say somewhere in the mid to higher 50s.
It's an 84.
I thought so after you brought that up that it was probably gonna be higher, but...
It's an 84. That's one of only... No, it's one of 3 categories where it has We Are Born to Follow beat. All of them by not that much, though. I'm gonna give you another category, okay?
Yes.
Okay, this one's gonna be really easy, right? This category is called Gym. And it's, how good is this song in the situation of me working out?
So, House of the Rising Sun does not seem that applicable to the situation. While We Weren't Born to Follow, I know gets you piped.
Humped, piped.
Dude!
Just pick one. Come on, man.
I love how I just switched up those words both ways and trying to correct myself just made it worse.
Go on, humped or piped? Pick one.
It definitely gets you humped. No, it does not.
Does it? Probably not.
So.
Which one?
My initial point is We Weren't Born to Follow should easily take it.
That is true.
I would assume
numbers.
It is probably also somewhere like upper 70s, lower 80s. And House of the Rising Sun is probably under 50.
Okay, here's the thing, right? I wanted to really stretch the scale. And thinking back to the gym, that is probably the biggest difference I have on the entire thing. House of the Rising Sun is a 6.
It's definitely under 50.
You can't listen to that. How are you getting hyped?
Yeah.
How are you getting hyped to that?
I knew it was going to be in the lower half, but I did not know how far you were going to screw.
How does that song
scale.
motivate you, get you aggressive, right? And We Were Born to Follow is a 90.
90. Wow.
It's a 90, and I believe it's the highest one in the gym category. I can look that up that I have rated so far, but I'm very much positive it is. Okay, we're gonna do another matchup.
Sure.
Okay, listen. Let me see. All right, let's go. Country Roads by John Denver.
Yes.
Against Beat Up Guitar by the Hooters.
And what is the category?
The category, I'm sorting papers, and I got 4 sheets in my hands. Alright, first category, just to give you a taste, is gonna be Small Time Party. Small Time Party, just for explanation purposes, is a small party.
Thanks for explaining.
As opposed to Big Time Party, which is also a category on here. Small Time Party is basically
social gathering.
Social gathering of barbecuing in my or your or anyone's backyard with no more than 10 people, probably around 5. Big Time Party, I'm talking about concerts. I'm talking about hundreds of thousands of people there. I'm talking about festivals, live music. It's loud. It's rock and roll.
Okay, so it was Country Roads versus Beat Up Guitar.
Yes, but Small Time Party.
Small Time Party. I would think that it's very close.
Okay.
And I would think that Country Roads probably takes it.
What numbers?
Okay. Let's say Country Roads somewhere in the mid-60s and Beat Up Guitar like high 50s, low 60s.
Before I reveal that, take a guess for Big Time Party too.
For Big Time Party?
Yes.
I would assume you're putting Beat Up Guitar slightly over Country Roads there.
Numbers?
And let's say Beat Up Guitar like around 70, and Country Roads around 50 to 60.
Okay. You got it flipped. It's the other way around.
It's the other way around.
Okay, here's the thing, right? Small time party. You were spot on with the Country Roads. That's 64.
Okay.
Which is exactly what we call it. But Beat Up Guitar is at an 86.
Really?
There is not that many better songs to listen to. Imagine us at a barbecue, out in the backyard, with the folks.
Yeah, but I know at least 3 people that are gonna sing along with Country Roads.
Of course, right?
Which probably includes the 2 of us.
That is true, but I will also sing along with Beat Up Guitar, and I will do it with more passion. Now, Big Time Party, very close, but it's the other way around, as you said. I put Beat Up Guitar to 60. It's not a song that's going to get a mass of people hyped.
Yeah.
Still, I would love to go to Hooters concert. That would be one of my favorite.
Okay, sure. Country Roads probably also going to
Country Roads is really iconic.
One of those songs where everyone sings along.
Let's do this thing too. Same type of songs. Both songs against each other. Legend category. The category is legendary status of that song.
Yes.
So what do you got?
It's the same song still?
Same songs.
Okay, I mean, Country Roads would have to probably take it. It's a very recognizable song. I would almost think it's like one of those songs that almost everyone knows, so it's probably somewhere in the 80s.
It's a 94.
Oh, even higher than I thought.
Stretch the scales.
Yeah, because absolute scales is always hard to
stretch the scales.
Hard to tell.
I mean, name 10 songs that are more recognizable and legendary than Country Roads right now.
Oh,
it's tough, right?
God, yeah.
Even 5. It's really hard. Like the ones that we evaluate. Okay, want to guess a number for Beat Up Guitar? It's lower.
Yeah, it's lower. I would assume so. Let's say around 65.
It's a 48 actually.
Oh,
because it's not that legendary of a song.
Yeah, I know that it's generally not that recognizable, but I also know that sometimes some of the legendary ratings for you are somewhat more for the specific category than overall.
Here's the thing, though, right? I want to be. I'm trying to be as objective in this as possible, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at this. I know that. Okay, listen. If I had to rate "Walking on Sunshine" against "Beat Up Guitar," "Walking on Sunshine" would receive a legendary rating in the 70s, probably.
Yeah, because it's way more recognizable.
Over Beat Up Guitar, even though it's 1.5 trillion times worse than Beat Up Guitar as a song. Right? It's an awful song. But in that category, listen, I'm trying to be objective here, right?
Okay.
Legendary, this is not going to be the deciding factor, but it definitely counts in.
Yeah.
Gonna do another one?
Sure.
Let's do another one. I'm going to look through my notes again. Which ones did I evaluate? Let's go. Okay, let's go with this, right? The band played Waltzing Matilda by the Pogues versus Loch Lomond by Runrig. That's an interesting matchup, too. Kind of like it.
I don't even think I know that Pogue song, but...
Do you not know that Pogue song? Hell, you know that Pogue song. Come on, man.
Not a big fan of the Pogues in general.
The story of an Australian soldier in World War One, Gallipoli in Turkey. Come on, man. He fights in the Battle of Suvla Bay and gets crippled.
So by that I assume that the whole meaning lyrics category is
That's
very
what I was going to ask
you
you first. I was going to go message lyrics.
And Loch Lomond is also relatively in-depth with their lyrics. You've explained those to me at one point. So I would assume they're, based upon those things, both relatively high. Probably both around 70 to 80. Okay,
here's the thing, right? Loch Lomond, initially I gave a 59 in the lyrics. Because there is that reference there, definitely, right? In the higher than the low road and going to Scotland, obviously, right? They haven't mentioned that on the podcast.
I don't know. We've done so many of these.
Yes, it's basically the myth that when a Scottish soldier would die in battle abroad, his soul would on a subterranean way, whatever, on the quickest way possible, go back to his home in Scotland, right? And that's what it's referencing. You'll take the high road, I'll take the low road. He's speaking to his comrades on the battlefield that he's dead and they're still alive. I'll be in Scotland before you. That's a great moment. But other than that, what's Loch Lomond about? There's a lake and a mountain. It's beautiful. That's what that lyrics is, right?
Yeah.
Other than that.
But I know that you like that line so much.
I will.
There is some meaning behind
I will bump that up too. But I'm gonna ask you another category first. Well,
Sure.
First of all, band played Waltzing Matilda. Are you gonna guess the number?
I said both of them 70s to 80s.
It's a 95.
Wow.
Which should tell you one thing for sure, you need to look to that song again. To the lyrics and listen to it. Because the meaning, the historical references don't stop.
That doesn't make it better, though. I don't like history.
Why not?
Because history's lame.
History's not
Boring.
lame. History's interesting, man. We've done history videos before. Trump and Jackson? Tesla and Einstein? Come on, man. That was great. Okay, here's another category, right? It's called this category emotional. Alright?
Okay.
It's basically, this is tough to describe, but you can imagine what I'm getting at with this, right? For example, how does the song make you feel, right?
Okay.
How much emotion does that song evoke?
How do you rate that? Is it that happy is the best and sad is the worst, or is it just strong emotions are the best, no emotions are the worst?
Strong emotion.
Okay.
No emotions are the worst. Because that's what you said at one point. That's what music's supposed to do. It's supposed to evoke emotion.
Yes.
So I took that from it and I put it in. The more emotion, the better.
Yes.
Consider everything in. Lyrics, the song, like the way it is.
The rhythm,
presented, everything. Guess the numbers for those two.
For those two?
Those two.
Okay, Loch Lomond is probably gonna be decently high, but not too high, I would assume. Let's say around 60, and can the other one I just straight up don't know.
Okay, listen, the band played Waltzing Motel is at 89.
Okay.
Because, again, history, right? But Loch Lomond is at 91.
Really?
Yes, really. Because it's just that great of a song. Have you ever listened to... Okay, you know the version that I listened to, right? Of Loch Lomond?
Yes.
I think it's a studio version. The first time they sing the chorus, which is basically the one time only in the entire song that it's legitimately the chorus, right? The second time it's the crowd.
Yeah.
And then it's sped up in a different way. The first time, the dude hits all the notes so perfectly. It sounds like an opera. That's listen, when the word before, right? He stretches it out to like 5 seconds and more, and it sounds like an opera singer. That gives you chills, man. It's perfect. That's probably the most perfect chorus I've ever heard. So 91, absolutely deserved. And I don't think I'm going to go a little below 90 on that one. I will still see about that when I do other songs. There is one song, we can do that as an extra thing, right? There is one song that I so far have evaluated that is higher in that category.
Okay.
Would you like to guess? Would you like to read out all the songs I've evaluated? And you can guess which one that is.
So it's the emotional
Yes.
thing.
Yes.
Let me just take a wild guess and
Take
say
one.
it's a Bon Jovi song.
It's not a Bon Jovi
It's not
song.
a Bon Jovi. Okay.
No. I don't think a Bon Jovi song will get close to that. To ever reaching 90 in the emotional category. Honestly don't think it will.
Okay, that's fair, I guess, because is hype an emotion? I don't know.
It is, but you know what? It's hype. And that goes to the small time party, big time party type of thing too.
That's fair, I guess, because otherwise there might be
Exactly.
some there that are up there.
And you don't get, even though you like the song, you don't get chills from listening to Have a Nice Day, right? It's like, oh shit, like, yeah, that's a good song, right?
I'll get out of my seat and start getting hyped.
Yeah, sure. but that's cool, right? That's cool, but that's not what I was aiming at. Okay, you want me to read out the songs I did?
Sure.
Highway to the Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins. Are you gonna go like yes now or listen to all of them first?
Sure, I can go yes, no, that's probably easier.
Highway to the Danger Zone.
No.
C'est la vie by Slade.
Probably not.
House of the Rising Sun.
No.
Band played Waltzing Matilda. We had that. I did that again. Did I? Just say it anyway. But it was lower. It was 80.
No.
It was 89, but it was close. We Weren't Born to Fall by Bon Jovi.
No. I mean, we already established it's not Bon Jovi.
Country Roads by John Denver.
No.
Soul Survivor, Blue Oyster Cult.
Probably not, but I could see that be the one.
Beat Up Guitar by the Hooters.
No.
That's the one. Okay, Soul Survivor. I'm not gonna tell you all of them. All the numbers.
You don't need to.
I'll do it. Loch Lomond is 91. Okay, Country Roads is 86, which is close. We Weren't Born to Follow was 74. Highway to the Danger Zone 27.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good song. Neutral. House of Rising Sun 76, Band Baltimore Tilda's 89, Soul Survivor is 70, so not that high as you guessed it. Beat Up Guitar is 81, C'est La Vie by Slade 93.
Okay.
Have you listened to that song in detail?
No.
Have you? You need to listen to that song and concentrate on it.
Okay.
You need to listen and concentrate on the chorus, both choruses. The lyrics, the way they sing it, with the whole group. It's like, this is, dude, that's big time stuff. And I don't think there's a lot of songs who are gonna beat 93 on that category.
Okay.
Because C'est La Vie was, going into this, gonna be the one song that was gonna set the benchmark in that category. Okay? That's specifically the song that made me drop this category in there.
Okay.
That and maybe Loch Lomond. Maybe Like a Rolling Stone at some points. Maybe American Pie too. American Pie I project to be in the high 80s on that one.
Before you going more in depth about the actual how you did it,
do the fact of the week in between, and then
fact of the week,
and then continue because it's a topic too.
Exactly.
What is your fact?
Because
of the week?
we don't want to take away all the topics.
That is true, Jay. What's your fact of the week?
So
I'm calling him Jay, not JJ.
Here's a game we play, Hearthstone, and
that's a game we play.
They did some of the cards that used to be in the classic packs are now not in standard anymore and can only be obtained via crafting.
Did they do it in the new update?
And can only be played in wild. That they did that when they introduced the Year of the Mammoth.
No, okay. So
it was before you start playing, I believe.
Yeah.
So
there was a new update like 2 days ago or something.
For people who went to BlizzCon at some year, they actually gave away a free golden Elite Horn Chieftain.
Right.
And for people who purchased stuff during the beta with real money, they gave a golden Gelbin Mechatorg.
Alright.
Both of these cards are now not in standard anymore, despite being classic cards.
Alright.
Which means that all the cards they gave away for free, basically, well, more or less for free, are now not playable in standard anymore. I just thought it was kind of funny how they were giving away stuff and then they were like, oh yeah, you still have them, but you can't play them anymore.
Not for long. I mean, you could play them for a while. For a year, half a year, not even, but a bit.
I mean, they could play them for the old time till they introduced the Year of the Mammoth, which is...
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I didn't know how long that was before.
Which is, I believe, like 4 or 5 years, but...
That's great. I mean, that's a long time.
But now they are like, oh, nope. Specifically those two and some others you can't play anymore.
Yeah, of course, but that's like, you can still play them in Wild.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny that both of the cards that you could just get by doing something, or that you could get by doing something...
It's not gonna be forever, obviously, right? My fact of the week. Have you ever heard of the myth that... Okay, listen, I'm gonna formulate this as a question first. What season of the year would you connect to the phrase "love is in the air"?
That sounds like a spring thing.
That sounds like a spring thing, right? You know how spring is always portrayed as, oh, it's love is in the air, everyone falls in love and all that stuff?
I associate spring with spring cleaning, but that's...
With allergies and all, but that's how it works in cartoons and movies and all that stuff, right? That is biologically completely incorrect.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, that's my fact of the week. The time of year where that would be the case is fall.
Okay.
Which is usually considered to be one of the uglier, darker seasons, right? Which is why it's not connected to that emotion as much. But here's the thing. Here's why that is, right? So, evolutionarily, it makes sense for children to be born during the warm time of year.
Oh, yeah, I see.
In summer, right? So, and that is why it has developed to a way that the human sex drive is the highest during the fall times, right? So the whole love is in the air thing in spring is complete bogus.
Yeah, I mean, that's the worst time.
That is the worst time.
Because then child's gonna be born in winter.
Exactly. I was born in winter. You were born in summer.
Like the middle of the summer.
Apparently it doesn't work. It doesn't always work that way.
No, I mean, people are born all over the year, but
that's true.
I can see the point on that. Yeah.
That is biologically why it is. So that's basically a complete myth with the spring thing.
Yeah.
Just next time someone brings that up, like,
just smack him in the face.
Spring is such a romantic time, just drop that on him. Be like, hey, listen, hey, no. And you just drop that one.
Okay.
Okay, small plug real quick. In case you haven't done that yet or noticed it yet, we're doing a giveaway. If you can guess what I'm wearing on my hat right now, listen, that's the sound it makes. You hear that? And I'm putting it back on my head. If you can guess what that is in the comment section, and specifically what it is, you win a free subscription to our channel. And if you already subscribed for free, I guess, you will get to suggest another podcast topic that we're going to do down the line. Kind of with the sub special, not a whole video, but a podcast topic that we will consider then including one of our podcasts in the future.
Yeah.
Great giveaway. We should do that more often.
Sure.
Give out free subscriptions.
Yeah.
Why not? That's how you get people, right? You give out stuff for free and then you start charging $19.99 a month. Something like that. Okay, back to the music predictions, right?
Yeah, not predictions, but yeah.
Kind of predictions.
Yeah.
Kind of not really. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna explain all the categories and how this shit works out, right?
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I got this grid in front of me. I put the songs in there. Now the categories are, I'm gonna read them out. Casual. Do you want to guess what it's for? But I already told you.
It's for casual settings.
It's for casual settings. It's me walking around on campus, having fun, like not really having fun, but just walking around, sitting around, whatever. You know, us sitting in here while we're taking a break from recording, having hot dogs, putting on a playlist. Then you got small time party, which is the barbecue gathering type of thing. Big time party, which is concert, several hundred people. Everyone's hyped for an extended period of time. Music is loud. Gym, which is pretty self-explanatory. Me lifting weights. Or you lifting weights if you if he actually lifted weights. Got legendary, which is the recognizability, the legendary status. Example, Highway to Hell, pretty high on that. Mysterious Mr. Jones, even though great song, not as high in that category.
Yeah.
Emotional, I went through that pretty much in depth before.
Yeah.
So I guess you know what it means. Message lyrics. Also pretty self-explanatory. The message and the lyrics, or the message in the lyrics. And then I got this one other point, which I will call the AC/DC line, or the AC/DC point. Now there's no AC/DC song on my list because I don't consider any one of them to be top 50 worthy. But AC/DC is an okay band.
Yes.
Right. That's AC/DC are the perfect definition of good, not great.
Yeah, it's one of those bands that I always think is like a category where it's like, there's a lot of songs of theirs that you can put in your playlist. But there's none that are gonna stand out as like a top 10 song or anything. But they just like buff out your playlist.
You know what band also fits that description?
ABBA.
No, the Rolling Stones. ABBA's better than AC/DC. ABBA is a lot better than AC/DC. The Rolling Stones do, because you overvalue them. Now the AC/DC point works the following way. I will ask myself the question: this song that I'm evaluating, or all of AC/DC, and I will draw an arrow pointing upward or downward depending on how I evaluate them, or just a line, like a horizontal line if I'm undecided, or I value them as equal.
Yeah.
Now, you want to play the guessing game a little bit? I'm naming a song, you're telling me more or... Okay. Let's do all that I evaluated so far. Loch Lomond by Runrig.
For you it's probably higher.
Then all of AC/DC?
Yes.
True. Country Roads by John Denver.
That's pretty close, but I might think slightly higher.
I put it on equal.
Okay, so I said it was close.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Undecided. Highway to the Danger Zone, Kenny Loggins.
I think you put that lower.
I put that lower, that is correct. C'est la vie by Slade.
I mean, knowing how you like Slade is definitely higher.
Definitely higher. Second best Slade song. How's the Rising Sun by The Animals.
Probably lower.
It's lower. Band played Waltzing Matilda. Pose.
Again, not that familiar with the song, but I would assume higher.
Put it to equal. We Weren't Born to Fall of Bon Jovi.
Higher.
Definitely. Soul Survivor, Blue Oyster Cult.
Probably higher.
Higher too. And Beat Up Guitar.
Higher.
Higher. Okay, so
that worked out pretty well.
Yeah, he guessed it quite right. We could do it live, man. We could actually do something live and go some songs, and I'm putting the arrows as we do it.
Sure.
Do you got a pencil for me? He's got a pencil at a ringside, man. This dude is a legend. Just some random songs? Are we gonna do the whole sheet?
I don't think people want to listen to us do the whole sheet.
Okay, let's do some songs, right? Let's go Okay, this one's interesting, right? My Way by Frank Sinatra. Also, I need your verdict on that song shouldn't be on there. That song should definitely not be on there. If you think that. Because this is the top 50 songs that I would consider for this.
This is one of the songs where I know that the legend rating is the highest thing on it.
Yes.
And I know that that's
90s.
more important to you than it is to me.
It's gonna be in the 90s, and the message one is gonna be in the high 80s too. Jim is gonna be in the negative numbers though. Like, dude.
So
I'm not doing negative numbers.
The way you value legend status and meaning and that kind of stuff.
Notice how I never said how I value that stuff. I'm just evaluating it.
Yeah.
I never said that legend is gonna count just as much as small time.
No, but I'm saying that's always the reasons you bring up when we are comparing songs and stuff.
Yeah, it's something to consider.
So I feel like you consider it as way more than I do, at least.
Yes.
So I could see just on those merits it being equal or slightly better than AC/DC to you.
Okay. There's the thing, right? I need to evaluate that, and then I need to make the decision right now. I'm gonna obviously overturn it maybe later. I'm gonna put it to equal, even though it's not as decisive. It's the thing, right? What's the best AC/DC song, or the three best that you immediately think of when you...
The best, probably like Hell's Bells, Rock and Roll Train. I mean, it's already pretty tough because a lot of those are relatively equal.
It's definitely Highway to Hell and Rock and Roll Train.
Yeah, Highway to Hell, yeah, makes sense.
Those are definitely probably the two best AC/DC songs, and the ones that I would think of first, like this or Highway to Hell and Rock and Roll Train. And if I'm pretty certain that this one, I'll try figuring the other ones. I'm not decided on that one. I'm gonna put an undecided mark. You can hear it right now with the pencil. All right, let me have a look at another one. Do you want to pick one?
Sure. Jesus, He Knows Me by Genesis. I know that's on there.
Because he looked through the list before it. Yeah, it's on there. It's actually on the list.
Some of the list.
It is actually just 2 spots under My Way by Frank Sinatra. Wild guess, which one's in between?
In between those two?
Yeah.
No clue. Let me guess. Loch Lomond. I don't know.
No, it's I Am a Rock by Simon and Garfunkel.
Oh.
It's also on there. Good song.
It's a good song.
I believe there's also 2 of them on there. I believe the Boxer's on there too.
Okay.
Over Mrs. Robinson, but I like it better. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Jesus, He Knows Me.
Jesus, He Knows Me. So, for me, it's definitely higher, but that's not the question. I would think for you it's also slightly higher.
It's probably higher. It probably is. I've been high on that song lately, no pun intended. Not related at all to our Fallout gameplay, of course. Or a Walking Dead gameplay for that matter.
Yeah, check out more of our videos if you want to see Jesus in video games.
More Jesus puns? Dude, TrashcanTV is the place to stay. I'm putting it higher. I'm putting this arrow. Oh man, I ain't got no surface to write on because JJ does not provide me with a table in our studio. It's awful. But he sleeps in here. Brought his bed in here. Doesn't have a table. What's up with that? Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Thing is, I do have a table, but my TV sits on that.
That's true, right? It's not. Is it your TV?
Yes.
Our TV. It's kind of our TV. It's our studio.
So it's not.
It absolutely is.
So that song is pretty hype.
Look at all the isolation padding on the walls. Microphone from the ceiling. There's totally no windows in this room that are also open right now. Dude.
I would say higher.
Probably higher. Listen, I haven't done those yet, right? So I need to come up with that right now. And I might have to look at it again because yesterday when I did the first 9, that took me a while. I took about an hour on those. Because when you do that, you want to listen to the songs. You want to look at the lyrics, read them.
Yeah.
Maybe several times. Listen to several ones back to back. For example, when you have a close matchup like, say, Emotional or like Message, and you got House of the Rising Sun and the band played Waltzing Matilda. In terms of message, or maybe something that's even closer. You want to listen to them back to back.
Yeah.
Look at the lyrics back to back. Compare lines. Compare if you find any rhetorical motives that were used in the songs that might put it over the top. So pretty time intensive. Breakfast at Tiffany's, I'm putting it over AC/DC, so I'm putting that over the AC/DC point. Let me find another controversial song that you might not agree with being on this list at all. I don't have you recently got more to Oh What a Circus by Andrew Lloyd Webber, written by Andrew Lloyd Webber, performed by I believe David Essex is the version that I favor. I at one point put it in the playlist that we use to share music.
To be fair, like right from the top of my head, I can't recall that song.
Okay, it's a good song. We need to listen to that today when we're taking a break. Let me find another one. Okay, this one you're gonna disagree with. City of New Orleans, specifically the version by Judy Collins.
I assume you're putting it way higher than AC/DC, but for me, that's not the way.
Way higher, as in even higher than what we have before.
Like Jesus, He Knows Me or something like that.
Beat Up Guitar, Jesus, He Knows Me. Okay.
Maybe not Beat Up Guitar, but...
Okay, Jesus, He Knows Me versus City of New Orleans is going to be tough. It's going to be tough, but I kind of want to put this higher, but at the moment, I feel like I'm not really in the position to. Because there's a lot of versions of that song, a lot of versions aren't as good. Judy Collins is not the original one, I know I'm evaluating that one, but also she's not the one who created that song.
Yeah.
Which makes me feel like I need to reduce some of the message and legendary.
Okay.
Right? Because I'm evaluating that specific song. That's
always a tough thing if you're evaluating cover songs. It's way harder to evaluate than songs where it's
Listen, here's the thing, right? When you, if in case you would do this type of sheet, I would assume that one song that would pop up on your page would be My Sharona.
That might be there, yeah.
Are you gonna put the Hammerfall version or the original one?
That's tough!
Exactly. Because I believe that if you're gonna put the Hammerfall version, you're gonna have to judge that version. You'll go higher in Big Time Party, but you'll go higher in Jim if you decide to put Jim, but you need to go lower in Legend.
And it's also gonna go higher in Casual, I think. But
probably. Not much, but probably.
But yeah, Legend is definitely way lower.
Exactly, right? You need to judge the version.
And theoretically, if you go meaning and lyrics, you theoretically would have to tie them up because it's the same lyrics.
Yes.
But of course, they're not original lyrics anymore.
Same, by the way.
And there is a lot of meaning in those lyrics. It's based on a real person.
Yes, there is a lot of meaning in those lyrics. But again, it's not on my list, so I haven't.
Yeah.
Maybe it should be. I don't know. Haven't evaluated that. Okay. City of New Orleans, I'm gonna go undecided so far because I'm undecided.
Yes.
Are we gonna do one more thing?
Sure, let's do one more.
Then do the song of the week and call it a podcast.
Yeah.
Because we also need to do something else, and people want this stuff to be uploaded already because they need to know predictions. Okay. Let me find one more song that might be of interest. Not that one. You're witnessing the process of greatness right now.
We can also just go to the song of the week if that's easier for you.
Let's do this one. Okay. I'm gonna ask you this question: how many songs by Bob Dylan do I have on this list?
Probably 2 or 3.
It's 2. You want to take a guess?
Let's say it's 2.
I'm gonna say it is 2. And it's Like a Rolling Stone and Mr. Tambourine Man, and Mr. Tambourine Man would be the one that I was gonna ask you on for the SDC point.
Yeah, so it's probably higher for you.
It's gonna be higher, definitely. So, Like a Rolling Stone is also gonna be higher. I'm gonna put that right now because they are back to back on my list. I believe most of those songs will be higher than the AC/DC point.
Let's get to the song of the week.
Get a song of the week. What is your song of the week, JJ?
So, you know who recently died?
Tom Petty died recently.
Yeah, so
unfortunately.
I believe this is the first podcast we've recorded and released after.
Alright.
So my song of the week is Learning to Fly by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Learning to Fly is a good song. Not Into the Great Wide Open?
No.
Have we ever...
By the way, it is the first song of the album, Into the Great Wide Open.
It's Learning to Fly.
Yes.
Like, counterintuitive. Usually the cover song is also the first one. Okay, I got a list of 3. I'm gonna pick one of those real quick. I'm gonna go See Emily Play by Pink Floyd.
Okay.
Because I kind of feel bad of not putting that on my draft list for the top 10. I might at some point because I might extend it, even though the point is to crop it down.
Yes.
See Emily Play by Pink Floyd. Go listen to both of those songs. Do not forget to put in the comment section what I am still wearing on my hat to get a free subscription or to announce one of the podcast topics. And JJ.
That's it.
That's it.